Hello friends, so now we are in the fourth part of our other receivables and payables. If you see, we are just practicing sums based on the concept that we did. We know how to prepare an expense account. We know that prepaid expenses are an asset which will always come on the debit side. Outstanding expenses amount yet to be paid. It appears on the credit side. Opening balances always appear on the same side. Closing balances appear on the opposite side. Then we pass the entry for expense paid. And after that, we pass the entry for expense transferred to the income statement. Okay, let's look at this example and try and analyze what are the details. And they've asked us to prepare a stationery account. Now, one thing that I want to tell you about stationery is that although stationery is an expense account, okay, although stationery is an expense, but unlike your previous accounts, the debit balance of stationery account, that is prepaid, normal expense account, a debit balance represents prepaid. But unlike your expense account, a debit balance in the stationery do not really represent prepayments. In the stationery, the debit balance represents the stock of stationery. It represents the stock of stationery that we have at the beginning of the year. And the closing balance of stationery, which will always appear on the credit side. Okay, it will appear on the credit side because it is a closing balance, because next year we would transfer it to the original side. So the closing balance of stationery would represent the stationery unused in the current year. So unlike other expenses account, when you have a debit balance in the stationery, it represents stationery unused in the previous year, or it would represent the stock of stationery at the beginning of the year. And the closing balance of stationery would represent stationery unused at the end of the current year. Stationery unused at the end of the current year. So this you should know very clearly that unlike other expenses account, stationery's opening balance does not mean a prepaid and the closing balance does not mean closing prepaid. It represents a stock of stationery in hand at the beginning of the year, and this would mean stationery unused at the end of the current year. The opening balance of stationery would represent the stock of stationery at the beginning of the year and stationery unused at the end of the year. Okay, let's proceed with stationery account. Though it is an expense account, but the opening balances does not represent prepaid or outstanding. It would represent a stock of stationery. So this was something different when we talk about stationery account. What was different when we talk about stationery account? Opening balance would represent stock of stationery at the beginning of the year, brought forward from the last year. Closing balance would represent stationery unused at the end of the year. So let's proceed. On January 1, inventory of stationery was 60. That means this is the opening balance on the first date, January 1. Stationery were bought during the year. $200 cash, $150 check, and $630 credit. You brought in stationery. Stationery account would be treated like a real account. When the stationery is coming in, you will debit the stationery account. When the stationery is going out, you would credit the stationery account. So here the stationery was bought. That means stationery is coming in. Stationery was bought. It means that the stationery was coming in of $200, $150, and $630. 200 stationery was purchased through cash, 150 through check, and 630 on credit from COCO. Stationery used during the year. The stationery that you use during the year would become your expense for the year. Stationery that you use during the year would become your expense for the year, and the stationery that you use during the year is $825. What you use will become the expense for the year. It would be transferred to the income statement on the last date, that is December 31. Even over here, since we do not know the dates, we will keep the dates as December 31. Now what to do? They are asking you to show the stationery account. We are showing the stationery account. Close the account. You will come to know the balance of unused stationery at the end of the year. I am repeating, when you close the stationery account, the balance closed down that you get on the credit side would represent the stationery unused at the end of the year. This still belongs to you and would appear in the statement of financial position under the heading current assets as stationery or stock of stationery. Okay, we would close the debits. We would close the account. The one which is heavier, we'll write the total on both the sides. If I see the debit would be heavier, always, because you will have a closing balance of stationery. You cannot have any outstanding stationery. There is no term like outstanding stationery. So we are adding the debit side. Let's see, 60 plus 200 plus 150 plus 630 is giving you 1040. You will write 1040 on both the sides. From this 1040, you would subtract this 825. You will get the closing balance of stationery. That is the stationery unused at the end of the year, and it is $215. This is the stationery unused. Stock of stationery lying with you will appear in statement of financial position, current assets. What is this? Stationery unused. Stock of stationery lying with you will appear in statement of financial position under the heading current assets. So with this, we complete our expense account, practice of expense account, practice of stationery account. Let's do one more sum of an expense and then proceed with the income. Let's do the wages account. Let's do this. Prepare a wages account. As you all know, wages is an expense. Okay. The following information is available. Wages due at 1st April 2010. With this, I can analyze that the first day of the year is April 1. So the last date would be -1 when you're going from start to end. So March and 31st March. When you're going from start to end, you will -1 from here and add 1 year. And when you're going from end to start, you will add 1 year and -1 year. Okay. So the first day is 1st April, last date is 31st March. Wages due on the first date. Due, that means outstanding. Outstanding expense is a liability. Prepaid expense is an asset. Liabilities have credit balance, assets have debit balance. Now this is the opening outstanding, would appear on the same side. So 2010, April 1, this is the balance begin down, 780. Assets has a debit balance. Opening would come on the same side, but this is the closing. So it would come on the opposite side. So 31st March 31, year 2011, balance close down is 120. Always remember, bring down this balance so that you can verify whether you are right or not. 2011, April 1, balance begin down 120. So prepaid expense is an asset, it has a debit balance. But openings will always appear on the same side, closings on the opposite side. Wages paid during the year. You have paid the wages. You've paid the wages, so it will appear on the debit side because wages debit, cash bank credit. Wages debit, cash bank credit. So on the debit side of wages, you will record the wages paid. Because it is during the year, you do not know the date. So you would record it on the last date, March 31. How much have you paid? Through cash, you have paid 1560, and through check, that means via bank, you have paid 4440. You prepare the wages account. What I see is, I just do not know the wages transferred to the income statement or the expense of wages for the year. That means I do not know wages for the year. No problem, I can find it as a balancing figure. What I do is see the heavier side. This side is heavier. Write it on both the sides. Come on, do it. It would be 1560 plus 4440. It comes up to 6,000. Write 6,000 on both the sides. From 6,000, you will subtract 780 and you would also subtract 120. From the 6,000, that is the debit balance, you would subtract the 780 and you would also subtract the 120. So you get 5,100. This is nothing but the wages for the year transferred to the income statement, and this is your balancing figure. Okay, so you should also know when you're preparing this account, what are you supposed to find out? Okay, am I clear? Okay, this is a self-test questions. Kids, you all can do this yourself. Try to find the answers for this. We would discuss about this in our next class. Thank you so much for watching this video. Next class, we would discuss about income account, the format of income account, and we will do sums related to the income account.